Hello, morning. Gary Champion, psychic medium. Uh, Today at 2, Bunny and I are going to choose someone that you will help heal. All those people who are healers, and even if you're not a healer, go to Gary Champion Psychic Medium on YouTube. There's a link on the website. Well, if you can find the website. And log in and help us help somebody. We don't pick them in advance. We pick them on the fly. Life's more interesting if it's spontaneous. Remember when I was studying music, I was the worst improviser there was. Okay, Gary, improvise on that. Couldn't do it. Couldn't pull it off. Well, I was studying music. I knew how to play the spots. That's not improvisation. Jazz is improvisation, so I didn't see the point in it anyway. Never played jazz. Never went to New Orleans. Well, I did go, but I never played there. Anyway, 2 o'clock Central Time in the United States. We're going to find someone to try and help. I myself have recently got into trance healing. I think I've talked about this before. It's very interesting. I've had some really good success with it. So these healings are evolving me. I was sitting here this morning, and the title of the video is Changing Habits. And life's frustrating when everything changes. I'm having a new website built for me. I've never done that before. That's a changing habit. I looked at the code on it, and I don't. Code's way beyond me. I look at the current website, and the code's simple. It's easy. You want to change something, you just change it. The new code's so complex, it'd be impossible for me to change anything. And it'll only run on one server. It's set to run on one server. It's all about changing habits. The evolution of me, the changing of me, my habits are changing. The healing thing, it comes off the YouTube channel. It comes from you. My socks are too tight. They cut the circulation off. I've got to find some socks that are easier on my feet. The way I drive, the food I eat, everything is healthy. The food is, it's a terrific cook. Changing habits. And then I look at men who are dead in their 40s. They just pass on. Women, not so much. Women are smarter. Women see a need for a change, they do it. They begin jogging, they watch what they eat, they go to the doctor more often, they get exams more often. Men, why are they dead in their 40s? Because they didn't listen. They didn't change their habits. Their blood pressure is too high, cholesterol is too high, the food they're eating is terrible for them. They don't lose weight. And eventually their heart just blows up, and one thing or another kills them. Diabetics, they won't maintain any kind of vigilance necessary to survive that. No sugar, low carb, exercise daily. We're just lazy people. I've learned that if I want to be in the game, life is kind of just one big game. How well you play it, did you have a good life? Did you have a bad life? I was listening to a song this morning by the Eagles, Get Over It. And your mama's too thin, your daddy's too fat, get over it. Your little he wants to get your inner child and beat him up, and get over all this stuff. Move on. Change your habits. Live longer. Have a better life. Better life means spiritually you're better as well. The two go together. Yeah, there's a long list of foods I can't eat. It's longer than the foods I can eat. And I was in a restaurant the other day, and the cute little girl came over. God, she must have been 20 or something. She looked at everybody and said, "You want some sweet tea?" Which is Southern. I said, "Oh man, just shove me out in front of a car. I love sweet tea. Can't have it." I have to order something that's no bread, none of this, none of that, and I said I'm diabetic. I can't have that. And so she comes back not 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, and says, "Y'all want some dessert? We've got peach cobbler." Gee, I grew up on peach cobbler. My mother made a terrific peach cobbler. I learned to make a peach cobbler. Not as good, but life is frustrating. You have to get it out. It's a mental thing. Smoking, eating, staying all night, doing the thing. Change your habits. Change your life. Make it better. Live longer. Spiritually, you'll be a bit better. And then we won't have to heal you on Sunday at 2 o'clock. And a lot of what we're trying to do is, it's someone so clearly from the other side is saying it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for me. It's a wake-up call for you. If you've achieved all of these things of a balanced life, good for you. Balance the body, mind, spirit. Body, you need to take care of it. The mind, you need to do something with it to keep it activated. I write books. I read books. These videos make me think. Spiritually, you're good if you help others. And that's what we're doing today. We're going to help others because we're compelled to. We're compelled to. If you're a non-metaphysical person or a non-healer or a non-psychic or a non-psychic medium or a non-any of this, it's probably questionable things that we're doing. Why would they do that? If you're in the business or if you're psychic or spiritual in any way, it makes perfect sense. It's been written about in 1,000 books. When you help other people, you help yourself. And that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it because we're compelled to do it. The side thing is that you spiritually grow. It's a part of it. But that's not why I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I think I need to I think I need to give something back. So if you've been a chronic taker and not a giver, this is a good opportunity for you to show up. This might sound like a commercial. Changing habits. That's the title of this video. We watch Wi-Fi stuff, and there's a particular channel we watch a lot, and there's always a car racing. There's always a car racing. I know they couldn't have 100 horsepower in them, so it's a lie anyway. You can't do those things with that car. Drive slower. They're selling to a crowd that wants to drive faster because life is boring. If you don't drive fast, your life is boring. I guess that's the theme of the commercial. It plays over and over and over again. Drive fast, steer like me. See the smile on my face? I'm a race car driver. It's instant death. Find something else to. The thing is, there is that thing, especially in men, that if we're not living on the edge, we're not risking our life can get boring. We're not climbing a mountain or shooting ourselves out of a cannon or taking drugs or driving fast or, I don't know, all eating peach cobbler, then we feel like we missed something. But that's what they're selling today. Have some sweet tea. I'm doing the opposite. I'm changing. And as I was sitting in the restaurant, I see how many people are over 300 pounds. They go there to eat sweet tea and peach cobbler and all the other things. I have to eat this turkey sandwich. That's what I had, turkey sandwich. So changing habits, change your life, change your spots. Leopard can change its spots. That's me. I probably have polka dots now, blue and green polka dots. It's natural to change habits. When you don't, that's when we get into trouble. We're meant to evolve. We're all evolving as spiritual beings, whether you know it or not. It's not important to you, that's okay, but you are evolving. You're smarter, you're quicker. These kids today, these young kids, man, they are bright. They are bright and quick and sometimes angry. But they're not brain deficient. They've got piles of brains. Common sense, maybe not so much. Anyway, changing habits. I'm throwing shirts out and socks out, and I have a slow car, and I eat only specific things, and I see the doctor all the time just in case. They run me over pretty good, because if you don't change your habits, you're not going to be with us. That'd be sad. So someone who maybe has had bad habits, or just through no fault of their own has something terrible, we're going to try and do that today. I hope y'all show up. I hope you contribute. It doesn't take much to be a healer. Just send your energy to the person we'll pick someone. The chat, you have to go join in the chat room. You'll see all the names and people who will sort of submit themselves to be helped. You have to submit yourself. You can't have it done by somebody else. We tried that, and it sort of works, but why not you be there and maybe tell us what's wrong? And if you're lying, I'll know. And we'll pick one, because we can't do this every day, because the people who help me, the healers, that's you. We just won't do it. It's too much. So subscribe, get in the chat room, submit yourself if you have an illness. We'll pick one and do our very, very best. If you've been watching us do it, it's pretty neat. Kind of get choked up thinking about it. Some really super nice people will show up and do what they do. So if you're going to be there too, we'd be glad to have you. What's coming up in the world? A lot of change. New things happening. The way we conduct war will be cyber war. These people telling they're going to blow us up. They may be stupid and crazy, but they're not that crazy. If you rattle a sword and don't use it, and you do it for 20 years, no one listens. So cyber wars is where we're at now. And things circling the earth, these satellites, a lot of those are going to just disappear. Why? Because they can disappear them. They can laser them, they can blow them up, and a lot of that's going to be going on as well. Traffic patterns are changing. The way people drive is changing. We drive almost nowhere. My second shot, I was going to tell you about that. My second shot is April Fool's Day at 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's hope that they're not just got water in that there's actually a vaccine in there. It'd be April Fools! We just gave you water. Eventually, out there somewhere, we'll figure out that we have to get along with each other. We're stuck here with each other. And that'll be the best day. It's when we decide to cooperate with each other instead of My dog's bigger than your dog. That never works. Usually your dog ends up getting eaten by the other dog, and then you don't have a dog. Cooperate, be nice. We'll give you some of our dog food. A lot of political stuff with the vaccine, people not giving it to countries because they don't like them. That's not a good enough excuse. Everybody should have a vaccine, but that's going on. Well, our own president, he didn't ship the vaccine to states he didn't like that voted against him. He stopped it from going there. It was one of those ships full of vaccine. He didn't send it to this city, he sent it to that city because this city liked him a little better. That's kind of death by selectivity or something. It's not a good idea. We're entering a sort of a calmer era, I believe. And yet more violent at the same time. It's a conundrum. I think I've talked long enough. I need to do a prediction video sometime soon, really talking about things. The spies have it, someone's saying. You pick up this phone and dial someone, you can guarantee someone's listening. Someone's got it. So they'll capture it, they'll filter it, they'll look for words, and if it has certain words, then you'll be under surveillance. That's what's going on in America. I don't know if you know that or not. My calls are periodically, you can hear them talking on there. If you've had a reading with me, and occasionally I say that, well, come on guys, I'm doing a reading here. That's what I normally do, because I've worked for governmental agencies doing who knows what, spy work. Anyway, if you've got a phone, every conversation in every country is being run through filters. Be careful what you say. Don't use certain words. I'm not going to use them now. I can't even spell them. If I'm giving a reading and one of those words comes up, sometimes I just don't give it. Sometimes I spell it hoping they won't filter it. And if you've worked for them, you know. You absolutely know this is going on. I mean to scare you there, but that's the truth of it. You purchase something online, they know about it. I could give you an example of a famous rock star that did something that got him in trouble because that's what they got. I think I said I've babbled long enough just a few minutes ago. Sorry about that. I said something and I just kept going. Just ignored my own thing. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.